a gut punch. Feeling old now that In the Past stuff is from, like, my past. Good on them for not needle dropping Pearl Jam, though.
What did the doctor say?
Well done blending the young actor's face with Woody Harrelson's voice.
They're sending me to a place where there are others like me.
Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters? In the back of my mind, I knew this would have a surprise happy ending. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. What a screech. You should call her Screech. There's some continuity. Since she's in a soundproof room, we can't hear the paper rustling. I'm a sucker for a fun, stylized title card with the red and black and the font switch up. Great way of letting us know right out of the gate that Venom and Brock are having some relationship issues.
We should be out there, protecting the city, lethally!
You might be onto something there, Venom.
People love serial killers.
He's not wrong. We do watch a lot of shows about them, which... Who's the real monster, huh? It's the serial killers. It's still them.
So much carnage.
He said that's the name of the... Wait, who named who?
Fractured angel. The other part of me.
Nothing more uncomfortable than an acquaintance reciting their poetry to you.
What do you get? I got a headache and probably got tuberculosis.
There will be a disease passed between you two, but it's less in the lungs and more into brains. Sometimes I think the negatives of having a symbiote definitely outweigh the benefits, but this is pretty awesome.
Oh, I know this one. It's a tree.
Idiot. Sit down.
This movie is off to a weird start, but Eddie Brock and Venom's relationship is the main thing carrying it, which is just Tom Hardy talking to himself, so yeah, Tom Hardy. But a lot of the moments that make it all work are just Venom goofing off.
What a dick.
The only scoop I'm getting today is double chocolate chip.
No! And get brain freeze!
Art skills, but gross. Tight transition through the monitor with those rocks still framed in. Venom's happy place shadowing.
The wind in my hair and the sun between my toes.
You don't have any hair.
I love that this movie makes us ask the hard questions. For instance, does a Venom have toes?
Ridiculous, that's what they're
When Kyle Chandler initially played Venom, this scene didn't work as well.
We live on the old phenylethylamine.
Well, that definition checks out for Venom. Promotes feelings of attraction, excitement, and nervousness, and is associated with the initial euphoria of falling in love. I'd say that perfectly describes how he feels about biting people's heads off.
Responsibility. It's for the mediocre.
Spider burn, or it's kind of like an Uncle Ben burn, or I guess whichever Guardian said it this time. Burn. The one, the only, Stan Lee is always a win.
Bad guy!
So much joy and purpose in his voice. Maybe he's just hungry.
It's Lucky Strike!
Yeah!
Put it down!
Lucky Strike! I will take it to Lucky Strike!
It's funny that it's not really just about eating brains for Venom. He needs to monologue to really satiate his urges.
And he's on the phone again!
Venom has always been an Andy stan, but glad to see he's still rooting for them. It's sort of sweet how flustered and excited he gets.
Be nice to her.
Le Ranier?
The spider? Thought you didn't know about him yet.
Stop! Don't you want to look your best?
I mean, he really cares.
He's dead.
I'm playing dead right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, this movie hinges on Venom.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I am not okay.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah, you know,
No.
Dan makes me feel safe.
Agreed, this beautiful boy will keep you the safest.
Don't let him keep messing everything up.
I'm going to make you cry now, Eddie.
Now that's a real wingman. Man, so they've had the Venom smashes Eddie on the ceiling fight before, huh? I guess he did also fight a bunch of guys in this apartment, so either way.
Sing off. Ow, 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 ouch, ow.
There's an Odd Couple sitcom in here I worry we're not fully exploring.
I say either. I say neither. Neither. Either. Potatoes. I like tomatoes. Cheer up, old pal.
Circus really creates a vibe for Cassidy with his pencil line drawings and Marco Beltrami's dissonant piano motif for him.
my demise,
Clearly a loud squawk. Maybe that's a better name. Nope.
Kiss, hug.
Where does this fall in the D&D alignment chart for writing on postcards? Chaotic Evil? I think it's Chaotic Evil.
Catch up.
Helpfulness.
But you know, some people take false confessions. They take pleas. We watch Making a Murderer.
See what I mean? And I don't know if you know this, but there are absolutely no standards of truth applied to documentaries. So like, yeah, they're free to leave whatever they want out. Wait, yeah, this isn't the line I want to hold. Close private prisons, free anyone in for anything having to do with cannabis, and just, end mass incarceration. That's better.
Yeah, but you're not a liar, are you? I see more of a vexatious little pig dog house bat thing.
Compliments.
You suck. You suck.
Excuse me?
Yeah, wow. I don't have an explanation for that.
Communication.
I want to wish you this heartbreak.
As Cletus starts eviling it up, his motif kicks back in. See, that's why I'll never get to be a Carnage-like monster. I'm just not that into consuming blood that seems to be alive. It's just a me thing. What are my weird quirks?
I have tasted blood before, my friend, and that is not it.
I'm the only person that took you in when your friends kicked you off the planet Ming Monk.
Isn't that where Mew Mew's from? Not Snooki. She had so much more to give. Hasn't she been through enough?
Sonny?
Venom knows Eddie well enough to know there's no way he'd kill Cher or even Sonny. A lot of their relationship problems actually stem from knowing each other too well. It's the same reason Carnage is obsessed with Venom, because he was a part of Venom who was a part of Eddie, who Kassidy's obsessed with. Genuinely didn't know this was a thing that could happen. Pretty glad I know now. If you're thinking to yourself, well, that seems extra for friends or roommates. Yeah, it's because soulmates is a better classifier for these two.
Will soon come.
It kind of checks out that Kassidy would think he's being profound with his poetry. I mean, he is, but not on purpose. Not even sure I can show this. That's how nope it is. Yup, nope, I don't know. See, Carnage knows what's up.
I got a family.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for Cletus. He's not a big family guy. I kind of get why Venom is freaked out that Carnage is a red one later on. He's scarier and tentaclier. Also, he can create tornadoes? Carnados?
Nice TV.
It's new.
What would Venom do? He would find you before you find me, and he would eat your face.
Eddie's impression of Venom is spot on, but like not good enough that you'd know he's also Venom if you didn't know already. But I enjoy that he asks himself WWVD because even though he knows Venom would want to do the wrong thing, he values his opinion.
Look at all these weirdos. My kind of people.
Compliments!
Is that Japanese?
No, I made it myself.
No, sorry Venom, you ain't got nothing on this guy. Cletus doesn't even question Carnage at first. He's not grossed out. It seems like he thinks this is just another machination of his mind, and then he's slightly surprised once he talks to him for the first time.
You are real.
I am.
Although you'd have to be a little nutso to sport that coif. So like I said, Carnage is born of Venom and Kassidy. Venom likes killing, but he understands he needs to restrain himself occasionally, whereas Kassidy likes killing and has zero restraint. Thus, Carnage frees a bunch of prisoners just to kill them and randomly throws a truck off the bridge. Gotta be honest, did not have Little Sims cameo on my Venom 2 bingo card, but I'm not mad about it.
Stop this cruel treatment of aliens. All of us should be able to live together upon this ball of rock.
Both a pro-immigration speech and a coming out party. Even without Eddie, Venom's having a good day. You go get him, Tiger or Spider. Monster?
Diesel protector out.
He's really trying to make this happen.
Whoa, that was a hard act to follow.
I believe in you, Little Sims.
I wish you could have seen me tonight.
But even though we sometimes put up a brave front, we still pine for our lost besties.
Yeah, it's impossible, Eddie. She's dead. I shot her.
He obviously doesn't know the golden rule of villains. If you shoot them and they fall off the back of your vehicle and you pass out from the pain of having your eardrum shattered, there's a decent chance the villain actually is alive and got snatched up by a shady organization that incarcerates them but also maybe tortures them, but eventually their evil boyfriend frees them and they'll come after you. Golden rule, everybody knows it. Slick Drift Park. Ha! So is Carnage. So apparently there was a comic where Carnage was hopping on the net and killing people remotely, but this seems like a huge leg up.
I'm gonna slice your face off! Wear it to a party!
Sorry bro, but that party is already over. Anyone else getting Slither vibes? Anyone else remember when James Gunn wasn't a famous director? Weird.
That is so hot.
Well now, that's not love. Is it just me, or is there a double helix look to Carnage's tendrils? You know, since he's made from both Venom's DNA and Cletus's DNA?
66. My dream car.
Well, when you're naturally born to be a killer, red convertibles are easy to come by. What a scream! It just doesn't work as a name. We'll keep working on it.
She does that again, I'll eat her face.
Look, sometimes you don't get along with your friends' partners, but ultimatums are never a good idea, especially if face eating is involved.
I just need to speak with the alien.
Well, hey, you said there weren't gonna be any aliens.
I meant more aliens.
I mean, technically he's part of the same alien, so it's not really lying.
You get out here right now.
And then Shen Venom steals the show with the creepiest combo.
Let's go save that ass.
Also, Shen Venom's story arc was unexpected, but I'm into it.
A red wedding.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kill a lot of people to live up to that name.
I will be the bigger of us.
I will always be the bigger of us. But go on.
Now that's graciousness.
Whoa!
And even after all that, he's still wingmanning his hardest.
If we save the day, can we call ourselves the Lethal Protectors?
It's so 80s.
Yes, that's why it rocks so hard, even if it's more like 93.
God, I'm never doing that again. God, well, maybe never. I don't know. Honestly, it's really fun.
She fun.
I've got her.
Not sorry.
Honesty. Let's talk about how this is also Moneypenny and Tia Dalma. That's all. Range, incredible range. I do love that this incredibly important info is written on a napkin. Carnage and Shriek are all about waste not, want not.
It looks like we are going to a wedding.
Oh, will there be canapes?
You bet your ass.
Heads. He means heads.
Fractured angel, the other part of me.
You know what? Good for them. They can be that couple that just recites their bad, confusing poetry to each other.
Death to you, father. No! Not you, father.
Can you blame him? A giant red slime monster appears in your church. You're only thinking one thing. I guess unless you assume it's an angel since it's drinking your blood and avoiding sunlight.
That is a red one. Wow.
Red one.
We should leave immediately.
Some real honesty. I love that Venom doesn't suffer from I'm the best syndrome and actually knows his own limitations. Actually, it's really one of his things. He didn't really want to mess with Riot either.
Congratulations to the happy couple. We are leaving.
When I think of physical humor, Tom Hardy isn't the name that comes to mind, but he really nails these moments when Venom takes over his body. Although Bronson wasn't unfunny. It's crazy how gross they made the Carnage transformation. It makes sense that it's not the same as Venom's because Carnage needs to put Kassidy's blood on the outside of his body, thus disgusting.
Time to die.
That's the spirit.
I mean us. We are going to die.
More honesty. Straight up candor. All right, it's what we've been waiting for. This showdown, and kicking it off with some metal and a little slow-mo is a great start.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Spoken like a truly insane person.
Power up.
Altered beast levels of brutal. Dan Egan to the rescue? Yeah, okay, I guess he would for, well, money mostly. So I always picture Carnage without a tongue, and there was a way to make it even more threatening, but slippery, slimy tongues are so awful, so I get it. Tom Hardy seems like a real badass, but I straight up would never want to get on the bad side of Woody Harrelson. There's a look in his eyes that says he's done some things. Not in the way that Russ Cole has, but still.
Know how I spent my endless days?
I'm liking that the bell tolls gives them a chance to take human breaks to talk and fight, and then cuts back to the monster mash. Oof, miserable. More oof. Hope there weren't any toxins on that spike.
Baby, that's too much.
Get yourself a partner who can tell you the brutal truth.
They're not symbiotic.
Showing him stuff in his own eye reflection. You boys know what I like.
You're not a match.
We are.
It's really nailed home that Kassidy and Carnage aren't symbiotic anymore with just the difference in these two lines.
Shut up.
Take your hands off my wife!
But keep your mouth shut.
Our wife knows what she's doing.
Together we are the Lethal Protector!
Yes, teamwork! Head stab. I love a good head stab. Wait, did I? Is that okay? This pandemic has changed me.
Let there be carnage.
Oh, that's why it's called Venom to be Carnage. But honestly, if the title was something different, that line would land pretty dang hard. Venom is tearing up here, which is something in itself, but don't think I didn't notice the classic Spidey damsel about to fall reflected in the hero's eye. Sometimes in CG Fight Fests, it's hard to tell if any damage is happening. Not so in V2. This looks super brutal.
We need fire or sound.
Really rang her bell, am I right? Where's everyone going? Seriously, I love that brief moment where you think Venom is going to put their differences aside, work together to bring down Carnage. Nope, he smacks her into the bell. Who is more evil, Ernesto de la Cruz or Shriek? Tough call. More teamwork.
He did not taste good.
That's like eating your own scab.
I wanted your friendship.
Adult friendships take work.
This guy.
I mean, look, I feel a little bad for him, but also I'm with Venom, comeuppance. Pretty impressive how they make multiple head eatings still PG-13.
I like you.
People are capable of change.
No one likes you, Dan.
Here we go, where my toxin stands at. A Venom does have toes. The more you know. Do the thing, right, that's so different. We already used that for Word of the Week. Do, the more you know.
Where will we go?
I don't know. Anywhere that needs a lethal protector, I suppose.
And the Lethal Protector storyline is one where Spidey and Venom work together, right? So I think we have some stuff to look forward to. Maybe.
We will need a cape and a mask.
I mean, no spoilers, but this was a pretty dope teaser regardless of the outcome. Although, this isn't when the others entered. This is early, right? Maybe it was a JJ rerun. Also, J.K. Simmons is always a win.
What the hell is that?
Appropriate reaction. I mean, they look like tongues. I can't say I enjoyed this one as much as the first Venom. Like I said in the video for that one, origin stories are my fave. And breakup stories are just rough, you know? In some ways, this movie felt a little rushed to get us to a setup for No Way Home, and in another way, it was a fun showcase of more of Tom Hardy's talent. And even though some of the choices for Woody Harrelson were odd, I'd say the same for him. One of the hardest things about these comic book movies is that someone convinced all the writers that the villains need to die in every movie so no one will ever expect them to come back. And while it's not like characters aren't constantly dying in comics, Carnage has showed up a lot over the years. But it's a different medium and it does give the world some stakes. But also low stakes overall, which is always a bit of a relief when we've come off so many world-ending threats recently. They want to kill 3 people and some of them may have had it coming. I don't know, it's simple. I can still keep hoping Sony will realize they can make a successful R-rated Venom movie, but it doesn't feel super likely, especially now that he probably will end up in the MCU at some point. But who knows, Deadpool could also end up in the MCU at this point. Different company, but we watched a shark rip a dude in half this year, so. Carnage could have actual carnage. I think the thing I like most about Eddie and Venom, and I know I'm not breaking new ground by saying they're the best part of either of these movies, is that they're allowed to be lowlives. Losers. Eddie's hair is always greasy and unkempt. His voice is sort of off-putting. And Venom is a loose cannon and has almost no emotional maturity. It just works for their relationship. We did basically rehash a lot of what they went through in the first movie, but I can't blame them because it works. I'll keep watching these movies, obviously, and I would love to see them try to get Tom and Tom together and make sense of it. Plus, then we can have a Venom with a spider on his chest. Next week, another comic book movie, but it's different than this one, the one I just did, because it's a different movie. There's no Venom in it. But there is a little bit of carnage.
You are a pariah! Lethal protection, my ass! I'm sorry! I don't know what came over me, please. Let me fix it.